Welcome back, baseball fans. 4Friends1679 here, and tonight we are talking about another team with one of the longest and most storied histories, the all-time Cincinnati Reds. If you're enjoying these videos, please be sure to like and subscribe, as there are still many more to come. As always, we're going to start out with a brief history of the franchise so you understand the years and eras the players are being drawn from. The franchise was created in 1882 in the American Association of Professional Baseball Players. There are teams called the Reds, based in Cincinnati, that predate this, but they were distinct franchises. They went bust. There were a couple years that passed. They have no direct lineage to the current franchise. So we're starting in 1882 in the American Association. The 1880s were mostly a decade of mediocrity, and the team joined the National League, as we know it today, in 1890. They would not rise above the middle of the pack until 1919, their championship that year being tainted through no fault of their own, as their opponents had taken money to throw the World Series. This was followed by another couple decades in the middle of the pack, until they won another pennant in 1939 and an un-asterisked World Championship in 1940. They would fall back to the middle of the pack for another couple of decades, winning the pennant again in 1961, unfortunately falling to a historically good Yankee team that year. Maybe you heard of them. The rest of the 60s would be unremarkable, but the 1970s, that was the decade of the Big Red Machine. They won the pennant in 1970 and 1972, World Championships in 1975 and 76, and their division again in 1979. As late as 1981, they technically won their division with the best overall record, but were denied a playoff spot due to the whole first half, second half split season format in play that year. The wheels would finally fall off in 82, but they would rebuild by the end of the decade with 4 straight second-place finishes under manager Pete Rose before he was banned, and then finally winning it all, sweeping a heavily favored A's team in 1990, under manager Lou Piniella, if you're wondering. They have not been back to the big show since, but have had multiple postseason runs, and aside from a few years in the early 2000s, have generally been a competitive, if middling, franchise. In the past couple of seasons, have produced some promising young talent. Now, without further ado, let's talk about the 40-man roster of the all-time Cincinnati Reds. Starting off strong at catcher, his manager once said he wouldn't want to embarrass anybody by comparing them. From the Big Red Machine, it's number 5, Johnny Bench. Bench was a 14-time All-Star, 10-time Gold Glover, 2-time MVP, 2-time home run champion, was named Rookie of the Year in 1968 and World Series MVP in 1976. He smashed over 30 home runs 4 times, twice topping 40, and retired the all-time leader in home runs by a catcher, a record he would hold until 1990 when it was broken by Carlton Fisk and later by Mike Piazza. He also held the single-season record for home runs by a catcher until 2021 when he was passed by Salvador Perez and, of course, Cal Raleigh in 2025. He drove in over 100 runs 6 times, twice leading the league, knocked 40 doubles in 1968, drew over 100 walks in 1972, and scored over 100 runs and led the league in total bases in 1974. Bench hit .267 with a 126 OPS plus over his 17-year career in Cincinnati. His number was retired in 1984, and he was inducted to the Hall of Fame in 1989. In his representative season, he hit .270 with a league-leading 40 home runs and 125 RBI, 100 walks, and a 166 OPS plus. A hard act to follow right out of the gate, but his backup is the man for the task, number 35, Ernie Lombardi. Schnoz was a 5-time All-Star. He won the batting title, one of only 4 catchers ever to do this, and was named Most Valuable Player in 1938. Over 10 seasons, Lombardi hit .311 with a 127 OPS plus and was inducted to the Hall of Fame in 1986. In his representative season, he hit .342 to win the crown, with 19 homers, 95 RBI, and a 152 OPS plus. And holding his own, even amongst that legendary start, is number 6, Ed Bailey. Bailey was a 3-time All-Star. He hit .261 with a 109 OPS plus over 9 years, and in his representative season hit .300 with 28 home runs, 75 RBI, and a 143 OPS plus. Fast forward to almost present day, and we're starting things off at first with the Votto-matic on-base machine, number 19, Joey Votto. Votto was a 6-time All-Star, named Most Valuable Player in 2010, and took home the Gold Glove in 2011. Votto smashed over 30 home runs 3 times and topped 40 doubles twice, leading the league in 2011. He delivered a trio of 100 RBI seasons and scored over 100 runs 5 times. He led in ops twice, slugging in 2010 and ops in 2016, but where he truly excelled was simply getting on base. He drew over 100 walks 6 times, leading the league 5 times, and led the league in on-base percentage an astounding 7 times. Over 17 years, Votto hit .294 with a 144 OPS plus. In his representative season, he hit .320 with 36 home runs, 100 RBI, 106 runs scored, a league-leading 134 walks, 454 on-base percentage, 1032 ops, and a 167 OPS plus. He's backed up by the star of the 1939 pennant winners and 1940 championship team, number 10, Frank McCormick. Buck was a 7-time All-Star and named Most Valuable Player in 1940. He reached the 200-hit mark twice, leading the league 3 times. He drove in over 100 runs 4 times, leading the league in 1939, and clubbed over 40 doubles 3 times, leading the league in 1940. McCormick hit .301 with a 120 OPS plus over a decade in Cincy, and in his representative season hit .305 with 20 home runs, 102 RBI, and a 143 OPS plus. And in the way back machine, we're finishing out first base with a star from that inaugural decade, John Riley. Riley was a 2-time home run champion. He led the league in total bases, slugging, ops, and ops plus twice each, scored over 100 runs 5 times, and led the league with over 100 RBI in 1888. He reached double figures and triples 9 times, passing 20 and leading the league in 1890, and stole over 40, 50, and 80 bases in 3 separate years, netting a pair of quadruple doubles along the way. He likely had a third, but stolen bases were not counted as a stat in 1884. Riley hit .294 with a 132 OPS plus over 9 years, and in his representative season hit .321 with a league-leading 13 homers and 103 RBI, 112 runs scored, 14 triples, 82 stolen bases, and a league's best 264 total bases, 501 slugging, 864 ops, and 172 OPS plus. Now, before we move on, this is another rare example of a player that I don't have available for use in my sim, as he played in the American Association. So, hopefully to the satisfaction of those who prefer Golden Age players over 1800s guys, we're elevating an honorable mention to the reserve spot for my sim. Big Clue, number 18, Ted Kluszewski. Kluszewski was a 4-time All-Star. He muscled his way to 430 home run seasons, including 340 home run seasons and the home run championship in 1954. He delivered 500 RBI seasons, also leading the league in 1954, scored over 100 runs twice, and led the league in hits in 1955. Big Clue hit .302 with a 128 OPS plus over 11 seasons, and his number was retired in 1998. In his representative season, he hit .326 with a league-leading 49 home runs, 141 RBI, 104 runs scored, and a 167 OPS plus. Getting back in the way back machine to start things off at second base, it's Bid McPhee. McPhee won the home run championship in 1886. He reached double figures and triples 10 times, leading the league in 1887 and topping 20 in 1890. He stole over 30 bases 10 times with 7 seasons over 40, 4 over 50, 2 over 60, and over 90 in 1887. This aggressive base running helped him score over 100 runs 10 times. McPhee hit .272 with a 107 OPS plus over 18 seasons and was inducted to the Hall of Fame in 2000. In his representative season, he hit .274 with 4 home runs, 60 RBI, 111 runs scored, 12 triples, 44 stolen bases, and a 125 OPS plus. He's backed up by the little general from the Big Red Machine, number 8, Joe Morgan. Morgan was an 8-time All-Star, 5-time Gold Glover, 2-time NL MVP, and named Most Valuable Player of the 1972 All-Star Game. Morgan was incredibly good at getting on base and a terror on the base paths once there. He drew over 100 walks 6 times, twice leading the league, and led the league in on-base percentage 4 times. He stole over 40 bases 6 times, 5 times topping 50, and 3 times topping 60. All of this led to Little Joe scoring over 100 runs 6 times, leading the league in 1972. He was no slouch at the plate either, leading in ops and ops plus twice each, and slugging in 1976. He drove in over 100 runs that year and retired the all-time leader in home runs by a second baseman, a record he held until 1997 when it was broken by Ryne Sandberg and later Jeff Kent. Over 8 seasons, Morgan hit .288 with a 147 OPS plus. He was inducted to the Hall of Fame in 1990, and his number was retired in 1998. In his representative season, he hit .327 with 17 home runs, 94 RBI, 107 runs scored, 67 67 stolen bases, and a league-leading 132 walks, 466 on-base percentage, 974 ops, and 169 OPS plus. And rounding out second base is number 11, Lonnie Frey. Frey was a three-time All-Star, leading the league in stolen bases and scoring over 100 runs for the 1940 World Champions. Over 7 years, he hit .265 with a 104 OPS plus, and in his representative season hit .266 with 8 home runs, 54 RBI, 102 runs scored, a league-leading 22 steals, and a 101 OPS plus. Leading off at the hot corner from the Big Red Machine is the Hit King, Charlie Hustle, number 14, Pete Rose. Rose was a 12-time All-Star, 3-time batting champion, 2-time Gold Glove outfielder, named Rookie of the Year in 1963, Most Valuable Player in 1973, and World Series MVP in 1975. He scored over 100 runs 10 times, leading the league 4 times. He reached the 200 hit mark, a record 10 times, leading the league 6 times, and is the all-time hit leader. He clubbed over 40 doubles 5 times, topping 50 in 1978, leading the league 4 times, and holds the all-time National League record. He reached double figures and triples 3 times, led the league in on-base percentage in 1968, and drew over 100 walks in 1974. He also holds the all-time record for 600 at-bat seasons, most positions played over 500 games, most singles, and the longest modern National League hitting streak. Over 19 seasons, spanning 2 stints on the team, Rose hit .307 with a 124 OPS plus. He is one of only 2 members of the 4,000 hit club, and his number was retired in 2016. In his representative season, he hit .323 with 10 home runs, 63 RBI, a league-leading 130 runs scored, 215 hits and 42 doubles, and a 141 OPS plus. He's backed up by another cog in the Big Red Machine, the big dog, number 24, Tony Perez. Perez was a 7-time All-Star and named the All-Star Games MVP in 1967. He smashed out a pair of 30 home run seasons, topping 40 in 1970. He drove in over 100 runs 6 times and scored over 100 runs twice. Over 16 seasons, spanning 2 stints on the team, Perez hit .283 with a 127 OPS plus. His number was retired, and he was inducted to the Hall of Fame in 2000. In his representative season, he hit .317 with 40 home runs, 129 RBI, 107 runs scored, and a 158 OPS plus. And finishing up at third base in the Wayback Machine from their tainted 1919 World Championship is Heine Groh. Groh reached double figures in triples 4 times, led the league in doubles and on-base percentage twice each, walks in 1916, hits in 1917, runs in 1918, and ops in 1919. He hit .298 with a 130 OPS plus over 9 years, and in his representative season hit .304 with 1 home run, 53 RBI, 11 triples, a league-leading 182 hits, 39 doubles, 385 on-base percentage, and a 148 OPS plus. In the top spot at short from the team that pulled off one of the greatest upsets in World Series history is number 11, Barry Larkin. Larkin was a 12-time All-Star, 9-time Silver Slugger, 3-time Gold Glover, and named Most Valuable Player in 1995. He stole over 30 bases 5 times, reaching 40 in 1988 and 50 in 1995. He scored over 100 runs twice. His 30 home run season in 1996 earned him the 30-30, and his 10 triples in 1998 earned him the quadruple-double. Over 19 seasons, the 5-tooled Larkin hit .295 with a 116 OPS plus. His number was retired, and he was inducted to the Hall of Fame in 2012. In his representative season, he hit .298 with 33 home runs, 89 RBI, 117 runs scored, 36 stolen bases, and a 155 OPS plus. He's backed up by his mentor and immediate predecessor from the Big Red Machine, El Rey David, number 35, Dave Concepcion. Concepcion was a 9-time All-Star, 5-time Gold Glover, 2-time Silver Slugger, and named MVP of the 1982 All-Star Game. He stole over 30 bases in 1975 after passing 40 in 1974. In the field, he led the league in assists twice, putouts in 1976, fielding percentage in 1977, and double plays in 1979. Concepcion hit .267 with an 88 OPS plus over 19 seasons, and his number was retired in 2007. In his representative season, he hit .281 with 14 homers, 82 RBI, and a 106 OPS plus. And finishing up the infield is 1950s star number 11, Roy McMillan. McMillan was a two-time All-Star and three-time Gold Glover. In the field, he led the league in putouts twice, assists and fielding percentage 3 times, and double plays 4 times. McMillan hit .249 with a 75 OPS plus over a decade in Cincy, and in his representative season hit .263 with 3 home runs, 62 RBI, and an 89 OPS plus. Moving into the outfield, integrating the bat rack of the Big Red Machine in left field, it's number 15, George Foster. Yahtzee was a 5-time All-Star. He was named the All-Star Games MVP in 1976, the National League MVP in 1977, and took home the Silver Slugger in 1981. He smashed over 30, 40, and 50 home runs across 3 separate years and delivered a trio of 100 RBI seasons, leading the league in all 3. He scored over 100 runs, leading the league, and also leading in total bases, slugging, and ops in 1977. Foster hit .286 with a 140 OPS plus over 11 years. In his representative season, he hit .320 with a league-leading 52 home runs, 149 RBI, 124 runs scored, 388 total bases, 631 slugging, 1013 ops, and a 165 OPS plus. In center field, it's the versatile number 28, Vada Pinson. Pinson was a 2-time All-Star and took home the Gold Glove in 1961. He delivered a pair of 100 RBI seasons and scored over 100 runs 4 times, leading the league in 1959. He reached the 200-hit plateau 4 times, twice leading the league, clubbed over 40 doubles in 1959, twice leading the league, and reached double figures in triples 5 times, twice leading the league. He stole over 30 bases in 1960 and achieved the quadruple double 4 times. Pinson hit .297 with a 119 OPS plus over 11 years, and in his representative season hit .343 with 16 homers, 87 RBI, 101 runs scored, and a league-leading 208 hits and a 131 OPS plus. Backing him up from their 1919 championship team, it's Big Ed Roush. Roush was a 2-time batting champion. He led the league in slugging, ops, and ops plus in 1918, stole over 30 bases in 1920, topped 40 doubles, leading the league in 1923, and reached double figures in triples 10 times, passing 20 and leading the league in 1924. Roush hit .331 with a 135 OPS plus over 12 seasons and was inducted to the Hall of Fame in 1962. In his representative season, he hit .339 with 4 home runs, 90 RBI, 16 triples, 36 stolen bases, and a 141 OPS plus. The next player I had the privilege of watching come of age in my youth, and I don't believe I have ever seen so electric and exciting a player as number 44, Eric Davis. Davis was a 2-time All-Star, 3-time Gold Glover, and 2-time Silver Slugger. He delivered a pair of 30-home-run seasons, a pair of 100 RBI seasons, and scored over 100 runs in 1987. He stole over 30 bases 3 times, reaching 80 in 1986 and 50 for a 30-30 season in 1987. Over 9 years, spanning 2 stints on the team, Davis hit .271 with a 137 OPS plus. In his representative season, he hit .293 with 37 home runs, 100 RBI, 120 runs scored, 50 stolen bases, and a 155 OPS plus. Up next, in the Wayback Machine, is Cy Seymour. Seymour won the batting title in 1905 and reached double figures in triples 3 times, also leading that year. He hit .332 with a 142 OPS plus over 5 years, but it was really all about his representative season, where he won the batting title, hitting .377 with 8 home runs and a league-leading 121 RBI, 219 hits, 40 doubles, 21 triples, 325 total bases, 559 slugging, 988 ops, and 181 OPS plus. Moving into right field is the star of the 1961 pennant winners, the Judge, number 20, Frank Robinson. Robinson was a 6-time All-Star, named Rookie of the Year in 1956, won the Gold Glove in 1958, and was named the league's most valuable player in 1961. He smashed over 30 home runs 7 times, drove in over 100 runs 4 times, and scored over 100 runs 6 times, twice leading the league. He reached the 200-hit plateau and topped 50 doubles, leading the league in 1962. He led the league in on-base percentage that same year in slugging, ops, and ops plus 3 times each. Robinson hit .303 with a 150 OPS plus over 10 seasons. He's a member of the 500 Home Run Club. He was inducted to the Hall of Fame in 1982, and his number was retired in 1988. In his representative season, he hit .342 with 39 homers, 136 RBI, 208 hits, and a league-leading 134 runs scored, 51 doubles, 421 on-base percentage, 624 slugging, 1045 ops, and 173 OPS plus. He's backed up by another gear in the Big Red Machine, number 30, Ken Griffey. Griffey was a three-time All-Star and MVP of the 1980 All-Star Game. He scored over 100 runs twice, stole over 30 bases in 1976, and reached double figures in triples in 1980. Griffey hit .303 with a 123 OPS plus over 12 years, spanning 2 stints on the team, and in his representative season hit .336 with 6 home runs, 74 RBI, 111 runs scored, 34 stolen bases, and a 140 OPS plus. Behind him from the 1940 championship team is old mate number 41, Eval Goodman. Goody was a 2-time All-Star. He reached double figures in triples 5 times, twice leading the league, and earned a pair of quadruple doubles. He smashed 30 home runs, scoring over 100 runs in 1938. Goodman hit .279 with a 118 OPS plus over 8 years, and in his representative season hit .292 with 30 home runs, 92 RBI, 103 runs scored, 10 triples, and a 147 OPS plus. And last but not least is number 16, Reggie Sanders. Sanders stole over 30 bases and was named to the All-Star team in 1995. Over 8 years, he hit .271 with a 118 OPS plus. In his representative season, he hit .306 with 28 homers, 99 RBI, 36 stolen bases, and a 155 OPS plus. At the top of the pitching staff is our top lefty and a name that could only have come from the turn of the last century. I am not making this up. Noodles Hahn. Hahn was a 4-time 20-game winner. He led the league in strikeouts 3 times, topping 200 in 1901. He led the league in complete games and innings that year and shutouts in 1900. Over 7 years, Hahn put up a 1.34 ERA plus, and in his representative season went 23-8 with a 2.68 ERA and a league's best 145 strikeouts and a 1.45 ERA plus. In the number 2 spot is another left-handed ace, Epirixi. Jephthah was a 4-time 20-game winner, leading the league in 1922. He led the league in innings that year, starts twice, and shutouts in 1924. Over 13 seasons, Rixey turned in a 1.18 ERA plus and was inducted to the Hall of Fame in 1963. In his representative season, he went 20-15 with 97 strikeouts, a 2.80 ERA, and 1.39 ERA plus. Up next is the co-ace of the 1940 World Champions, Paul, number 33, Paul Derringer. Duke was a 6-time All-Star and 4-time 20-game winner. He led the league in starts 3 times, games in 1936, complete games and innings in 1938, and winning percentage in 1939. Derringer delivered a 1.11 ERA plus over a decade in Cincy, and in his representative season went 25-7 with 128 strikeouts, a 2.93 ERA, and 1.32 ERA plus. Behind him is the pride of Havana, Dolph Luque. Luque was a 2-time ERA champion and a 20-game winner, leading the league in 1923. He led the league in shutouts 3 times, ERA plus twice, winning percentage in 1923, and whip in 1925. Over 12 years, Luque earned a 121 ERA plus, and in his representative season racked up a league-leading 27 wins against 8 losses, with 151 strikeouts and a league's best 193 ERA, 6 shutouts, and 2.01 ERA plus. Back to their most recent championship, he earned 2 wins in the 4-game sweep of the heavily favored Oakland A's, number 27, Jose Rijo. Rijo was selected to the All-Star team in 1994. He delivered a 200 strikeout season, leading the league in 1993. He led in strikeouts per 9 that same year, starts twice, and winning percentage and whip in 1991. Over 10 years, spanning 2 stints on the club, Rijo rang up a 1.38 ERA plus. In his representative season, he went 14-9 with a 2.48 ERA, a league-leading 227 strikeouts, and a 1.62 ERA plus. Up next is the 1960s ace number 46, Jim Maloney. Maloney was a 2-time 20-game winner and was named to the All-Star team in 1965. He racked up 4 200 strikeout seasons, led the league in strikeouts per 9 in 1963, and shutouts in 1966. Maloney delivered a 1.17 ERA plus over 11 seasons, and in his representative season went 20-9 with 244 strikeouts, a 2.54 ERA, and 1.48 ERA plus. Going back to that 1940 championship team for the other co-ace, it's number 31, Bucky Walters. Walters was a 5-time All-Star, 3-time 20-game winner, 2-time ERA champion, and named Most Valuable Player in 1939. He led the league in wins, complete games and innings 3 times each, whip in ERA plus twice, and starts and strikeouts in 1939. Walters turned in a 1.24 ERA plus over 11 years, and in his representative season won the Triple Crown with 27 wins against 11 losses, 137 strikeouts, a 2.29 ERA with a league-leading 36 starts, 31 complete games, 319 19 innings pitched, 1.125 whip, and 170 ERA plus. And in the Wayback Machine, it's Frank Dwyer. Dwyer was a two-time 20-game winner who retroactively led the league in saves in 1893 with 2. He rang up a 121 ERA plus over 8 years, and his representative season went 24-11 with 57 strikeouts, a 3.15 ERA, and 147 ERA plus. Bringing the impetuousness of youth, it's number 39, Joe Nuxhall. Nuxhall became the youngest pitcher in Major League history when he debuted at the age of 15 in 1944. Unfortunately, he got absolutely shelled. When he came back 8 years later, Nuxhall went on to become a two-time All-Star and led the league in shutouts in 1955. He put up a 104 ERA plus over 15 seasons, spanning 3 stints on the team, including his .2 innings at age 15. In his representative season, he went 15-8 with 169 strikeouts, a 2.61 ERA, and 128 ERA plus. Back into the Wayback Machine is a suggestively nicknamed Long Bob Ewing. Long Bob was a 20-game winner in 1905. Over 8 years, he turned in a 121 ERA plus, and in his representative season went 20-11 with 164 strikeouts, a 2.51 ERA, and 131 ERA plus. And wrapping up the starting pitchers, going almost as far back as the Wayback Machine can go, is the Apollo of the box, Tony Mullane. Mullane was a 5-time 20-game winner and 2-time 30-game winner. He retroactively led the league in saves twice and led in shutouts in 1887. Over 8 years, the Count delivered a 1.15 ERA plus. In his representative season, he went 31-17 with 97 strikeouts, a 3.24 ERA, a league-leading 6 shutouts, and a 1.34 ERA plus. Now, before we move on to the bullpen, we have another situation we need to address, as all of Mullane's best years were in the American Association, which, as I mentioned before, I don't have available for my sim. So replacing him for my sim play from the Big Red Machine is number 38, Gary Nolan. Nolan was named to the All-Star team in 1972, leading the league in winning percentage that year. He delivered a 1.19 ERA plus over 10 years, and in his representative season went 15-9 with 74 strikeouts, a 3.16 ERA, and 1.15 ERA plus. At the top of the bullpen, from the Nasty Boys, it's number 49, Rob Dibble. Dibble was a 2-time All-Star and delivered a 30-save season in 1991. Over 6 years, he blasted a 1.39 ERA plus, and in his representative season went 8-3 with 11 saves, a 1.74 ERA, 9.80 WHIP, 12.5 strikeouts per 9, and a 2.29 ERA plus. Getting newer, stronger, and faster, he's backed up by the Cuban Missile, number 54, Aroldis Chapman. Chapman was a 4-time All-Star in all 4 of his 30-save seasons. He posted an impressive 1.81 ERA plus over 6 years, and in his representative season went 5-5 with 38 saves, a stingy 1.51 ERA, a stifling 8.09 WHIP, a blistering 15.3 strikeouts per 9, and a mind-boggling 2.74 ERA plus. Back to the 1980s, it's number 31, John Franco. Franco was a 3-time All-Star. He delivered a trio of 30-save seasons, leading the league in 1988. He turned in a 1.53 ERA plus over 6 years, and in his representative season went 6-6 with a league-leading 39 saves, a 1.57 ERA, and 2.30 ERA plus. From the Big Red Machine, it's number 36, Clay Carroll. Hawk was a 2-time All-Star. He saved over 30 games, leading the league in 1972, and flew to a 1.29 ERA plus over 8 years. In his representative season, Carroll went 12-5 with 6 saves, a 2.15 ERA, and 1.63 ERA plus. And last but not least is El Ciclón, number 26, Raisel Iglesias. Iglesias gave the Reds a pair of 30-save seasons to go with a 1.38 ERA plus over 6 years. In his representative season, he went 3-2 with 6 saves, a 2.53 ERA, and 1.69 ERA plus. And that's the roster. Be sure to hit me up in the comments with anyone you think got missed. For my part, honorable mentions would include Bubbles Hargrave at catcher, Hall of Famer Jake Beckley at first, Brandon Phillips and Miller Huggins at second, Chris Sabo at third, Leo Cardenas at short, Adam Dunn in left, Johnny Vandermeer, Ewell Blackwell, and Mario Soto at starting pitcher, and Norm Charlton, Scott Williamson, and Pedro Borbon in the bullpen. All told, these all-time Reds include 9 Hall of Famers, 12 MVPs, 3 Rookies of the Year, 141 All-Stars, 34 Gold Gloves, and 14 Silver Sluggers. They won 7 batting championships, 8 home run championships, and 4 ERA titles. So, what do you think of the team that War selected? Do you think that War did a good job overall? Let me know in the comments. Be sure to like and subscribe. And until next time, I hope to see you at the ballpark.